Hey guys, I'm Natasha Ford with Fluent in Food Catering.
And my name's Alicia. I am the Food and Events Manager for Fluent in Food.
Okay guys, so why are we here? Why are we having this video? Well, I'm super excited because Fluent in Food is here to showcase our newest vlog. And we're gonna be talking about some really cool things, talking about certain situations and how we can make things better and to enlighten and to be informational. I think it's important for everybody to hear our perspective on some hot topic issues. Let's talk catering, right? Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Okay, so the catering industry is responsible for many of the items that we eat at parties and events. Catering, in our opinion, is having a team on site to cater to your guests and to create fresh and delicious food. Now, don't mind me, I am looking at my notes, but it's important when I'm talking statistics to make sure that we get that on point. Would you say that's what catering is?
I'd say so for sure, and it's definitely a growing industry, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of a growing industry, in the past 4 years, the industry has grown by 4.4%, thus making it one of the highest sought out services. Therefore, everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon, right?
They do for sure.
I mean, everywhere you go, it's like, we offer catering, we offer catering. But the thing is that there are many different types of food services. There's full service, there's drop off, there's takeout. All are very, very different and should not be lumped into one category. I think for a catering company to be successful, they must be organized, consistent, and creative. I've noticed, recently with our jobs, with our work lately, people can copy other people's work. It sucks, but I will tell you that it's the bright minds that take ideas and make them into their own. Fluent in Food has a brand and has the taste that people know and talk about for years to come. In my opinion, and would you agree or disagree, chef-owned catering companies and restaurants are some of the most innovative companies out there.
Oh, for sure. I've been in the restaurant industry pretty much my entire life, so have you. And when you're working with a really great chef, they're really focused on that really awesome food and not necessarily just the bottom number, not necessarily just how many guests they can serve, but what they're serving them.
Absolutely.
And it makes a difference.
And there are certain situations where, a plated meal may not be ideal, or there are situations where stations are the best option for a guest count of 300. Every event is different and must be tailored to. As full service caterers, we more than simply cook the food. We create menus, we shop for ingredients, we plate the food if you have a plated service. We clear after the dinner service is over. We set the tables, we have our own timelines, and we have our own internal timelines. I mean, I understand, the planner sends us a timeline, but we have our own timeline that we must follow because different people have to be in different places at different times. So talk to me about your thoughts about logistics for catering a wedding.
We definitely put a lot of thought into really just the behind the scenes actions. When we're getting ready for an event, days before the actual event takes place, we are getting down like our notes for what time this happens, what time this person needs to be in this place for this to happen and be executed flawlessly.
Yes.
It is very much almost like stage directions.
Yes.
Like our team are like actors. We have stage directions for them and they have to hit all their marks.
Absolutely. And the different vendors that play into this wedding are super important. So, if you hire out a third-party bartending company, they know at this time the caterers are going inside working on the food, and the DJ knows at this time the caterers are coming inside and we're about to make an announcement, and then, prior to, we pass out kids' meals. I mean, there's so much that happens, and that's why communication is super important. We try everything that we can to make sure nothing falls through the cracks. And, and I know that, I follow up with the planner, with the day of, with, the person in charge to make sure everything should be the way it should be. Weddings, you just don't show up and say, all right, I'm here. There's literally, I know, in a lot of clients' cases, the brides, I speak to them for over a year. 8 months, 6 months. I mean, that's a lot. And, you know, the day of, and then all these other parties come into the mix, you know, and it's like, okay, you know, let's stay focused on what needs to happen to make this, you know, executed beautifully. But, you know, it's a lot. I know that coming from the restaurants and having a scholastic culinary background is a heightened plus that only adds to your overall experience. My first job was at a restaurant, touche. And I bought my first car with my tip money for my first job. So I have worked in the restaurants. I don't want to give my age away. Just kidding. I don't know, I guess 15 years. Yeah, 15, 16 years. So when it comes down to mechanics and type A behavior, I got you covered. No, I'm just kidding. Alicia's really awesome too, because she gets in there and she's like, all right, you do this, you do that, you're not doing enough, get back there and do this. You, right, girl?
Oh yeah, you have to.
You have to. I mean, you can't let things slide, and that's the problem. I think that being in this industry is not easy, and it takes a special group of people to make it happen. We are super flexible and we think on our feet. You know, electricity goes out. Okay, we gotta make things happen. Get a bunch of chafers and just make sure that it's piping hot. Oh, this happened. We gotta make this happen. This client needs something, you know, they broke their glass, you know, outside and their food fell everywhere. Who do they call? The caterer. Oh, it's like, who do you call? Ghostbusters. This time it's, who do you call? The caterer, you know, like for real. I know this past weekend, Chef John was, you know, cleaning up broken glass. You know, he was making sure the guest was okay. She thought she cut her hand on the glass. Like, I mean, sometimes we're nurses. You need Band-Aids? I got you. You need toilet paper? I got you. I mean, like, we are the full deal. And that's why it's important that there's a venue personnel on site to make sure they handle that. That's why the bartender company that comes in needs to make sure they're doing their job right. That's why the caterer needs to make sure they're doing, and, you know, everyone should help each other.
Yes.
Oh, that's not my job, I'm not doing it. Okay, yes, I get that.
Does not fly.
It does not fly when you have a wedding. We're all there for the bride and groom.
Exactly.
I have done many people's jobs, but you know what? I smile and I keep it moving because that's what I'm paid to do, right?
Exactly, and at the end of the night, when that bride is hugging you and is just so enthusiastic and happy about how everything went, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I mean, I've had people hug me and I'm like, whew, if they only knew. But you know what? It was worth it. Hiring the right people is everything. Yeah.
I agree.
Well, thanks guys. We're, you know, a lot of times people call it coffee talk. We call this champagne talk, right? Cheers.
Cheers.
And we're super excited for all the events to come. Guys, we're here for you. We love you. And, you know, we're growing. We strive for perfection. Nobody's perfect, but we strive for it. Thanks, guys. Fluent in Food Catering, and good night.